3 quick questions, Mom and Dad. Do you have any kids who are at least 13 years old? Will they be going to college? And are you aware of what's happening on our college campuses these days? In general, liberal professors outnumber conservatives by over 6 to 1, and that's on a good day. In certain cases, it's 20 to 1 or even 30 to 1. Of course, the liberal worldview is extremely secular. The net effect is that 70% of young people, by the time they graduate from college, are now walking away from the faith or church they grew up in. The experts on our college campuses are instructing students that what they believe is simply a myth. What they believe is judgmental, intolerant, sexist, racist. Of course, all of that language is the language of the left who control our college campuses, but to our young people who are simply unaware, it's the language of high-paid experts and PhDs who are speaking to our children at one of the most impressionable times in their lives. Our educational nonprofit believes it's so important to prepare young people's hearts and minds early on in life, as early as 13 or 14, with these worldview issues, because our kids are being bombarded every day in media, social media, and life with an extremely secular and liberal worldview. Now, we offer a very simple, easy-to-use online program that easily prepares young people for this bias and actually gets the whole family involved in the discussion. We use something called fast draw videos to present concepts and ideas.
America has traditionally led the world.
Have you ever seen a fast draw video? Well, young people love these videos because they're fun and upbeat. But here's the cool thing they do. They take a large and complicated concept and make it very, very easy to understand in a short period of time. So, as you can see, everybody in the family gets their own unique account. Now we're going to log into Ryan's account here, and you can see that he's got his own customized world. Now, we ask for just 3 minutes of their time. Watch a 3-minute video, receive a check mark, and then move on to the next. Or if you're game, take the 3-question challenge. And here's what that feels like.
Challenge. Nice.
Now this feels like a game show and makes the whole experience even more fun. But most importantly, these challenges really cement the concept that's just been learned. 3 correct answers gives you a gold medal, 2 a silver, and then 1 a bronze. All of this gets the whole family learning, interacting, and competing together. And then we just begin to engage young people with these big picture worldview questions. So, do you believe the media is biased? I know, but how do you explain that to young people? Well, these videos do a great job of explaining how bias happens in news media and dramatically affects the messages our kids are seeing and hearing. We also talk about how bias can enter the world of science and affect their textbooks, school curriculum, and other commonly accepted media, and how bias majorly permeates our American college campuses. And here's the next worldview question we ask young people. Are you liberal or are you conservative? So with our nonprofit, we are all dedicated Christians who also are constitutional conservatives, but we are not about bashing or ad hominem attacks. We want students to truly understand the big picture. This is what it really means to be a liberal or a progressive, but let us also give you an accurate picture of what it really means to be a founding father conservative, and not just what your college professors are going to tell you it means to be a conservative. Now, we talk about the direction our country is headed, which is away from our founding principles. We talk about the uniqueness of the freedom that we've enjoyed in this country and how that freedom is slowly slipping away. We also talk about some very important but easy to understand economic concepts, our free market system, how jobs get created, and what has made America the most prosperous country the world has ever known. All of these concepts, if young people really understood today, they would think twice before supporting a Bernie Sanders or Democratic socialist type candidate for President of the United States. But here's the most important worldview question we ask young people. Is it logical to be a Christian? Because the college professors are saying no, it's not. We believe it's so important for our young people to understand the foundational elements of their faith, to know that their faith is reasonable and logical, historically, scientifically, in 3 key areas. Number 1, it is extremely logical to believe in God. Number 2, it is extremely logical to believe that the Bible is His Word. And number 3, it is extremely logical to believe that Jesus is exactly who He claimed to be. Now, once young people are firmly grounded in these 3 concepts, they can withstand the attacks that will undoubtedly come their way. As a matter of fact, once a young person understands all of these concepts, their wisdom and discernment meters will be so far beyond all of their peers. Now, there are 2 ways a family can do this. 1, sit down and watch these videos all together, and that creates great family discussion and interaction. Or 2, because each subscription comes standard with 5 accounts that link together into a private family account, everyone can be watching these very short videos on their own time schedules on any mobile device, and then reconnecting as a family to discuss. The goal of our nonprofit is to make sure that young people truly understand these concepts before they leave home for college. Now, right now, this is only about a 4 to 5 hour time commitment for your family, broken up into 77 little 3-minute videos that obviously we will be adding to as we go along. But here's the most important thing. These concepts cannot be learned through osmosis. They must be taught and demonstrated early on to our children, as early as 13 or 14, so that our young people are making their worldview decisions with a complete set of facts and not just hearing one side of the argument that permeates our media and college campuses. And here's what the professors are basically saying to our young people. You only believe what you believe about God, your country, or politics because that's what your parents believe. And now it's time for us, the high-paid experts, to be able to show you the way things really are. Mom and Dad, we want our young people at that moment in time to be able to stand up and say, no, this is what I believe, this is why I believe it, and I'm prepared to stand my ground. So as a nonprofit, we desire to make this very affordable for your family. So a family of 5 subscription for the entire year to College Prep America is just $47. I truly encourage you to sign up your family or group for collegeprepamerica.org today.